Evening, Barracudas. My name is Allie Shaw, and along with my husband Michael, we built Shaw's Workshop and Supplies. So pull up a chair and sit down at our table. A poll done in 2019 asking the question, how often do American families sit down for dinner together? 29% said they do it every single day. That's an incredible statistic, especially in the social media world that we live in. Another poll done in 2019 showed that nearly 53% of Americans said dinner together as a family is extremely important to them. But let me ask you this, does it really matter where you're sitting down together? We think so. Instead of launching into my sales pitch and asking you all for all of your money, I would like to share a little personal story. When I was in elementary school, I really struggled with math, and I still do. So in our kitchen, my mom had this beautiful, gorgeous, round wooden table that we would eat dinner at most nights. And as most kids, I would do my homework there as well. Well, my dad is one of the smartest people that I know. So after he would sit down at that table with me, after working a 12-hour night shift and we would work on math problems together, he would have a blank scratch piece of paper and he would write down all of my math problems that I was having trouble on, and we would have a race to see who could finish the math problems the quickest. After homework was done, we would sit down together as a family and eat dinner and talk about our day. My mom and her friends played cards on this table. I filled out my high school graduation invitations at this table. I shared failures and triumphs with my parents. We argued, we laughed, we fellowshipped all around that table. That table was part of the cornerstone of my adolescence. It sparked so many conversations and inspired growth and friendship, but that story isn't unique just to me, is it? There is a table or a gathering spot in your home right now that your family gathers around together, whether it be to share a meal or to do homework or to feed a child, play a card game with friends. That's essentially how Shaw's Workshop and Supplies got started. My husband and I bought our first home in 2019, and I'd inherited my mom's beautiful wooden round table when she passed away a few years ago. And it still sits in our kitchen today, and we share a lot of meals there. But I knew that I wanted something that was inherently mine, something that I picked out, and something that we could start our own traditions around. I scoured every retail, online, in store, Amazon, local furniture shops, big name furniture shops, and I could not find anything that really spoke to me. So my husband has been handy his entire life, and so he came to me and he offered to build me my dream dining room table, and he did. That's that table. That's in the picture. That was the day that the paint dried, the stain had dried. We had brought it into our house, and I was like, "This is it. It's beautiful." It is now the quintessential gathering spot in our home. It's where our friends, our family, and now our 14-month-old daughter comes together. We share meals and we fellowship. It is so much more than just a dining room table. It was built with two strong and loving hands. It creates togetherness, it creates gatherings. And we can say that about all of our pieces at Shaw's Workshop. Every piece is built with meticulous detail and care and quality craftsmanship, just as though our craftsmen were making it for their home. We had so much outpouring of love for this table and for other projects that my husband had done for me over the last couple of years that after I shared it on my social media, my personal social media, we shared it with friends and family, we immediately started making other pieces for others around us. We have some of the best customers and clients around. About 85% of our customers are repeat buyers. Once you've purchased a piece of furniture handcrafted from Shaw's Workshop and Supplies, you'll find it hard to go anywhere else. These are just some of the few pieces that we've received decorated and placed in someone's home in their actual living area that they've sent back to us. And we love when people do this. We love when they share how our pieces fit in together into their home. So why is it that we have such a high number of repeat customers? I'd love to tell you. Because we're a family. When you purchase pieces from us, we don't see dollar signs. We see a lifelong relationship. We build furniture that we would be proud for our own family members to use. Along with my husband and I, we have 5 craftsmen and 2 apprentices that work with us to make the magic happen. I'm responsible for most of the business administration, accounting, payroll, HR. I also have someone that helps me kind of manage our social media accounts. My husband is still extremely hands-on and works almost every day in our warehouse, even though he doesn't have to. Working with his hands has been a lifelong passion for him that started at a very young age, and I don't see that going away anytime soon. We've both been so greatly blessed by this business, and it's taken off in a way that we couldn't ever really have imagined, but we still have a long way to go to reach our ultimate goals. That's why we're here asking you, Barracudas, for an investment of $250,000 for a 15% stake in our company. Even through the COVID-19 pandemic, we have seen consistent growth since our conception in 2019. In 2022, our revenue was right at $500,000. When we started, we grossed a little under $75,000. That's obvious growth, Barracudas, and we expect to bring in $650,000 this year. We've already reached $175,000 for Q1. At this rate, we will for sure exceed our forecasted goal. Shaw's Workshop and Supplies manufactures custom pieces of wood furniture, including tables, chairs, desks, beds, nightstands, and decorative pieces. Each piece is customized based on customers' needs. Each customer receives the option to have a consultation with one of our craftsmen, online or in person. Based on that consultation, the woodworkers sketch the design of the piece, and customers are able to provide feedback and make changes. There's also an option to sell furnishings that are broken down into pieces for customers to assemble or put together themselves. In this case, we would provide detailed instructions on how to assemble. This option comes at a lower price point because there is little labor involved. We are focused solely on custom pieces for now, but within our 5-year plan, we would like to open up a storefront and website to sell ready-to-purchase pieces at a lower price point. We also sell wood products that can be used for cleaning, maintaining, and small repairs that are free of harsh chemicals, toxins, and are eco-friendly, so it's safe to use around children and pets. 95% of our wood waste products like sawdust and wood scraps are donated and recycled. Custom pieces range in price based on the estimates given to the customer. We do ask that the customers have a minimum spend of $175. Price points for custom pieces range on the higher end because we pride ourselves on quality supplies, materials, and experienced craftsmanship. All of our materials come from local hardware stores, machinery, wholesalers, and wood suppliers. Procurement of supplies is another cost driver as local materials are usually marginally higher priced than those supplies procured from retail chains. We are planning to open up a storefront and website within the next 5 years so that we can sell ready-to-purchase furniture pieces at a lower price point. Currently, we have a small 2,000 square foot warehouse where all products are built, assembled, and housed prior to pickup or shipping to the customer. As our business has grown, we have decided to start looking for a larger warehouse so that we can have space for bigger and more efficient machinery. Our current warehouse space is an older space built in the early 1990s, so we are searching for a more modern space that will meet our needs for low carbon footprint goal. All products are shipped out of our warehouse, or customers have the option to pick up at their pieces at the warehouse. As mentioned previously, we are determined to find a storefront so that customers have a more appealing place to pick up their pieces or shop for other ready-to-purchase items as well. Because we are a smaller company, we have heavily relied on social media platforms for our promotional messaging, specifically Instagram and Facebook. They have been our most used social sites so far. We have found that it's easier to engage with followers and customers one-on-one on our social media platforms. We also use our social media platforms for customers to place orders for pieces. We are currently working on starting our own YouTube channel to garner a larger following. We intend to do tutorial videos on how to put certain pieces together, showcase employee spotlights, and show a behind-the-scenes look at how our business works. Along with our YouTube channel, we are in the works to start a TikTok channel as well, as to showcase more bite-sized videos of the same things shown on our YouTube. We have really seen great things from our social media, and we hope to build a website soon to take advantage of that momentum. Now let's take a look at our risk potential and our opportunity for growth. Because our products are so customizable, we can cultivate close relationships with our customers. We constantly communicate what their needs and wants are in their pieces, and they feel comfortable enough with us to give us open and honest feedback. Even though our business is somewhat small, we are able to really focus on quality of our pieces. We aren't trying to hit a monthly quota or sell as many pieces as we can. Our main priority is to make the highest quality pieces for our customers. We've been lucky enough to really be able to carve out time and resources so that we can give back as much as possible to the community and to our planet. We have curated specific initiatives and volunteer programs that allow us to do this. Culture in the workplace is so very important and paramount to the success of our business. If our employees aren't happy, we can't succeed. We really believe in teachability. We want our employees to know that they can learn and grow as much as they want. Since we are in the business of woodworking, we have the license to give them full, complete creative control over their projects with their clients. And that has really made such a difference in their learning and their growth. We are a smaller company, so our potential for growth is immeasurable. We have been fortunate enough to continuously grow our customer base because of our social media and word of mouth platforms. Social media has been such a blessing because being a small company, we don't have a huge budget for marketing, so we utilize our social platforms as much. Even though the price of lumber has fallen significantly since May 2021, it is still more expensive than when we started our company in 2019, and it continues to climb. Raw materials are constantly changing in price, and it has been difficult to offset the cost of our raw materials with the price of our pieces. As mentioned above, the cost of lumber is an issue, along with actively finding raw materials. Supply has been a tricky challenge to navigate, but we have been able to secure contracts with locally owned lumber yards and hardware supply stores. Those relationships have made a significant difference in our ability to source locally owned materials at a reasonable price. We started this business out of our garage, so we have managed to upgrade our space to a small warehousing and manufacturing facility that has been such a significant blessing for our output. However, as we are growing and taking on bigger projects, we are quickly outgrowing our space. We have begun sourcing other locations, but we're not sure if we'll be able to make the move to a bigger space within a year. Because we are a smaller company, we are also not as well known as bigger woodworking shops in the area. This weakness has started to change, though, with the use of social media. We are able to reach a bigger section of the market that we wouldn't have previously been able to reach without it. As well as raw material shortage, there's also been a national labor shortage, especially since the pandemic. It's been difficult to find quality employees that are willing to be trained. We believe that it's more important to have a strong work ethic rather than have years and years of experience in the business because we're able to train them with our apprenticeship program. However, this does slow down production when we have several inexperienced employees that are all training under the apprenticeship program. Currently, we are completely reliant on custom orders and projects. We feel that there's a huge opportunity to create ready-to-sell quality pieces that customers could purchase from a storefront. We also feel that our ready-to-sell pieces would be set at a lower price so that we could reach a more wide market for our customers. We have seen several other successful workshops utilize YouTube and other video platforms such as TikTok to showcase their projects and create tutorials. We are excited to embark on this opportunity so that we can share quality work. We have worked really hard to implement eco-friendly initiatives since our conception in 2019. We believe giving back to the planet and to our community is the most important thing that we can do. So we would love to be able to share that with our customers on our social channels. As mentioned, we only have a presence on our social media currently. We have a strategy for next year to open up an online storefront to create an easier ordering experience for our customers. As a business that relies only on customizable pieces for our customers, it is a challenge competing with ready-to-sell providers like a Target and Amazon and online retailers. We feel that this is our biggest threat regarding pricing and ease of procurement for customers. We are trying to take this threat and turning it into an opportunity with our ready-to-sell pieces coming soon. It is hard to scroll through social media and not see a farmhouse or a modern chic furniture shop pop up. The market is really saturated with small woodworking businesses selling this type of furniture. It has been difficult trying to break through that barrier of a saturated market, but our plan to market our sustainability initiatives and our ability to cultivate quality pieces and relationships has been our competitive advantage. As mentioned earlier, the cost of raw materials is constantly changing and most times increasing. It has been extremely difficult to keep prices as low as we can without manipulating our bottom line. We see that like Targets and the Amazons mentioned earlier are able to keep that cost low because they're larger, they have more profit and more money, and they have pretty solid contracts with huge other retailers like Home Depots and Lowe's. We have been able to pull together a target audience that has helped us tremendously when we're sponsoring content on our social platforms. Because our pieces are on the higher end of the price range, we find that our target area are couples or families living in a suburban market with disposable income. With our ready to sell item strategy, we'll be able to extend our target market to a younger sector that may not have as much disposable income as previously stated. Before you ask yourselves, what in the world do two young people have what it take to grow a successful business, especially with my money? I would love to tell you. My husband and I bring the best of both worlds. He comes to the table, pun intended, with years and years of wood and metal woodworking that he learned from his dad at a young age. He's worked on hundreds of vintage cars and made commercial furniture pieces for offices around our small town. He brings passion for creating the highest quality pieces for families just like ours. I come with almost 10 years of experience in the business world. My bread and butter is marketing, and my passion is cultivating relationships with those around me. I love meeting new people and seeing their dreams come to life in our pieces. We truly are living our dream, and we hope that you can see the value in our dream as well. Now here's the big question, Barracudas. Are you willing to invest in our company, in our dream? Are you willing to give us the $250,000 for a 15% stake so that we can take Shaw's Workshop and Supplies to the higher level? When you go home tonight, you're going to sit around a table and have dinner with your family, and you're going to talk about your day. Do you know where that table comes from? Do you know how it's made? Do you know if it's made with love and the exceptional craftsmanship that we make ours? Does it even matter? We think it does. It's our dream to make it matter. It's our dream to build memories for families across the country. And we hope that with your help and expertise, we can ensure every single family has a seat at the table, at our table. Thank you so much for your time. Token of our appreciation for your valuable time today. We have specially made these Shaw's Workshop and Supplies business cards out of our wood from our workshop. We really hope that you take this home with you today as a memento of what it really looks like for a small town American dream to flourish. Thank you.